I've been watching South Park pretty much my entire life, and it has been around since almost my whole existence on this planet. I think most of us probably grew up watching South Park, and without a doubt, it is one of the best adult cartoons ever created. South Park has always been known to talk about things that happen in society, and it pokes fun at virtually everything. It never holds back on its jokes, and we love it for that, which is probably why it's been around so long. They seem to always know what issues to talk about, what buttons to press, and how to do it in a humorous way that shows us how dumb we as humans can be sometimes. And sometimes, we can be pretty dumb. So for today's video, I thought it'd be fun to take a look at a handful of some of my favorite episodes from South Park. And of course, these are in no particular order or ranking, and just a heads up, there might be some spoilers, so if you haven't seen these episodes, well, you've been warned. So with that out of the way, let's jump in. It's no secret that I've never been a fan of NASCAR, and I don't think I ever will be. So of course, this episode was quite funny to me. So in this episode, Cartman basically wants to become a NASCAR driver, but thinks he can't be because he isn't poor or stupid enough to be a NASCAR driver.
What? I'm not poor and stupid enough to do NASCAR, and I never will be! Dude, I don't think just poor and stupid people like NASCAR.
Which of course is ironic coming from Cartman. After a while of trying to make himself more dumb,
Feel stupid yet? Not yet.
he starts eating Vagisil, which is basically a
Oh, those ladies had stinky vaginas?
cream for the ladies, we'll say.
Oh my god, Butters. I feel kind of stupid.
So he continuously eats this Vagisil cream and starts acting like what he thinks NASCAR drivers are like. And one of the funniest moments for me was,
I'm gonna drive, and I'm gonna go fast, and I'm gonna turn to the left sometimes.
which of course I found pretty funny because that's all they do in NASCAR is do left turns.
Up on that turn thing again, I got to steer left.
This episode was quite good. Most people have Facebook. I know it's weird to say, but I don't. I had it a long time ago for a short period and was sick of all the crap that came with it. So this episode definitely stood out for me. The whole episode is about Stan not wanting to get sucked into Facebook, so when he refuses to get it, I totally related to that.
I'm not collecting friends, and I'm not building any farms. I don't want to get sucked into this.
I'm not even kidding you. I literally went through some of the same crap that Wendy says to Stan.
Relationship status, single, like being single Stan, so that you can use Facebook to find other girls. And you better change your relationship status to in a relationship.
How?
By editing your profile under basic information.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Facebook to me at the time was just an extra headache. It's been over 15 years that I had a Facebook account, and still to this day, I don't want one. Also in this episode, Kyle becomes friends with a kid who had no friends named Kip, which in turn causes Kyle to start losing all his friends. Eventually, Kyle goes to Cartman, who introduces him to chat roulette, which is mostly just dudes jacking it or guys showing their dicks.
Ah, that's some dude jacking off! Oh, yeah, you get those sometimes.
But because of this, we get the iconic line from Cartman.
Dude, screw this. I don't want to see anymore. Kyle, this is the way the world works. If you want to find some quality friends, you gotta wade through all the dicks first.
This line is totally true. Stan not wanting to get sucked into Facebook literally gets sucked into Facebook when he tries to delete his account. After defeating his profile, he sends all his friends to Kip, who of course had no friends. This episode basically summed up exactly how I felt and still feel about having a Facebook account.
That's what Susan92 wrote on your Facebook wall. You give girls pictures of you in bunny outfits? F you.
I honestly don't think I really can explain how clever this episode was. Stan is believed to be the reincarnated version of L. Ron Hubbard, which of course is the founder of Scientology. So Tom Cruise visits Stan, and when Stan basically tells him he isn't his favorite actor and that he's just okay as an actor, Tom Cruise locks himself in Stan's closet.
Dad, Tom Cruise won't come out of the closet.
Most of the episode is everyone trying to get Tom Cruise to come out of the closet, which he doesn't. R. Kelly even shows up and just continually does this.
And so I pull out my gun. Tell me what Tom Cruise in the closet, or else I'm gonna shoot someone.
And two, you gotta keep in mind, this was the same year that R. Kelly had released that song, music, poem, spoken word thing, or whatever you want to call it. It was literally called Trapped in the Closet, and trying to get a bunch of actors to come out of the closet. They even did a little parody of what Scientologists believe in, with text over the top saying this is what they actually believe in. John Travolta shows up to try and get Tom out of the closet, but then ends up joining him.
Hey, it's really nice in here. I feel really safe. Oh my God.
So now both of them are in the closet. R. Kelly goes in the closet as well.
I'm in the closet. Now I'm in the closet too.
This whole episode was awesome. Oh, and on another note, the actor who played Chef, Isaac Hayes, he left the show shortly after this episode. He gave a statement saying this is why he left, which when you think about it, it makes absolutely no sense. Considering he had been on the show for almost a decade by that point and was a part of numerous times making fun of virtually everything under the sun, that includes almost all other religions, it didn't quite add up. 10 years later, his son actually revealed the real reason he left. You can pause it here to read the full thing. Now this makes a lot more sense. Scientologists are known for doing that type of stuff, and it wouldn't surprise me if that's what actually happened. And they even ended the episode with a massive middle finger to them with this.
Well, go on then, sue me. Do it. I'm not scared of you. Sue me.
This episode is a classic one, but also a pretty good one. No one believes that Mr. Hankey is real for most of the episode, but the best part of this whole episode is the songs we got.
I'm a Jew, a lonely Jew, on Christmas.
Of course, my favorite one is Cartman's song about Kyle's mom.
Then on Sunday, just to be different, she's a super king, Kamehameha, biatch.
This was the first episode to ever have the Mr. Hankey song.
Mr. Hankey, the Christmas poo, he loves me, I love you.
And we got another version of it in season 3, in Mr. Hankey's Christmas Classics.
Dude, sick.
Now this wouldn't be a South Park list without including the World of Warcraft episode as one of my favorites. Now I never got into World of Warcraft myself, tried it, but it wasn't for me. But I do know lots of people that were obsessed with it. In this episode, everyone's playing WoW, and someone in the game continually kills them over and over. Eventually, they've had enough and decide to secretly level up to take on this person. This is also where we get another iconic line from them.
How do you kill that which has no life?
This whole episode is just kind of wild and stupid and exaggerated, and I love it for it. It's definitely one of the best episodes they have ever made, and also one of the most iconic ones.
Got to sign in. Character name.
I never watched Game of Thrones when it was originally airing, so I saw these episodes of South Park way before I saw Game of Thrones, and they were awesome episodes at the time. After I finally watched Game of Thrones, they were even better episodes and made so much more sense. I literally only watched every episode of Game of Thrones at the start of this year, and truly I just don't see how or why it was praised.
Yeah, I know. Winter is coming and there's dragons and zombies on the way. I'm pretty excited for that. Just could do with a little less gay wieners, all.
It was basically a boring soap opera, and honestly, most of it was just walking around yapping in some random scenic locations, and every time you think things are about to happen, nope, it doesn't. Battle skipped, person dead, scene cut, on to the next walking and talking scene. People honestly talked the show up so much that it was a huge letdown when I finally saw it, and maybe that's part of the problem. Who knows? Honestly, I don't want to get too much into it. I'll probably do a video on it. These episodes also parody the sheer absurdity of how Black Friday is treated in America. If you haven't seen these episodes yet, give them a watch. They're definitely worth it.
You get me started. I keep watching that show and I'm still waiting for the darn dragons to show up and kick everyone's butts.
This entire episode is basically just a massive parody making fun of Jersey Shore and the sheer stupidity of that show. Honestly, it's one of the worst shows ever put on TV. In this episode, New Jersey is basically spreading across all of America like a cancer, and when it finally reaches South Park, they decide to fight back. With no help from anyone, they decide to turn to America's enemy, Osama, for help.
But gosh darn it, we need your help.
When they're fighting and run out of ammo, the planes finally arrive. And of course, you know who it is. And well, I don't need to explain what happened. The episode ends in classic South Park style.
Tango's down, tango's down. We got him!
This episode by far is definitely one of my favorites. Right out of the gate, we know it's going to be a good one. Carmen's complaining about getting made fun of online for posting a picture of himself, and Mr. Mackey says,
"Well, Eric, maybe you shouldn't have put a picture of you in your underwear up on social media."
Hey! You gotta...
Right after that, we jump to the ever-annoying cashiers constantly asking for donations every time you check out. And I swear, sometimes they do make you feel really crappy for not donating every single time.
I'm not giving anything to the hungry kids.
The main theme of this episode is the idea of a safe space. So Butters is tasked to filter out all the bad stuff people say online for a bunch of people, essentially creating a safe space for them. And once again, we get another amazing song from South Park.
Bulletproof windows, troll safe doors.
Eventually, reality finds Butters, and Butters loses it.
Be everywhere. Do you see the man?
Then at the dumb charity event Randy throws, reality shows up and calls them out on their stupidity.
What's the matter with you people? You're sad that people are mean? Well, I'm sorry. The world isn't one big liberal arts college campus.
Of course, in the end, they kill reality. But this is one of the most real-world things that South Park has made fun of, and they are 100% dead accurate with it.
You want to see what people on the internet said about my dick pic? Everyone's pretty stoked on it.
There's more than 2 people on the internet.
The whole Coon and Friends saga in South Park and all the episodes are great, but this one in particular is one of the better ones, because of how it ties into not only Netflix, who literally seems to put anything and everything on their platform,
Netflix, you're greenlit. Okay, great. Would you like a pilot or just go straight to an order of 6 episodes?
but also Facebook, who also allows some of the most absurd crap on there. Butters uses Facebook to spread lies, misinformation, and rumors about Coon and Friends. And as people do in real life, they completely blindly believe whatever they see on Facebook as fact.
Poop in a little girl's mouth. That's not true, Wilson. We're Coon and Friends, not Harvey Weinstein. But Facebook says it's true. Okay, but it's not true.
I know people like that will just blindly believe whatever they see on Facebook as facts without even checking it for themselves. You can't reason with those types of people, so from personal experience, don't even waste your time with them. It's not worth the effort. By far, this episode is one of the better Coon and Friends episodes, and if you haven't seen it, definitely watch it, because it's one of my favorites.
You mean like Suicide Squad? Yes. Suicide Squad sucked.
In this episode, Cartman is having Butters sleep over a lot, where he constantly takes embarrassing photos of him as he sleeps.
I put a tampon in his mouth. I call this picture the sleeping minstrel.
This time he thinks he's going to get one of the best pictures yet of Butters, and ends up reversing it on himself out of his own sheer stupidity. He puts Butters' bits in his mouth, and well, it goes as well as you think it would.
What? You put a guy's wiener in your mouth, that makes you gay, stupid. Kenny, that doesn't make me gay, huh?
He gets caught by his dad as Cartman tries to get another picture. The genius of this episode is the whole bi-curious aspect and the sheer cluelessness from Butters as to what it even means.
What's going on, you two?
Nothing, Mom. I'm just a little bi-curious.
Butters is sent away to one of the stupidest things ever created by humans in our history. The way this episode ends, again, is genius on their part, and I think most of us agree with exactly what Butters says.
Because if I'm bi-curious, and I'm somehow made from God, then I figure God must be a little bi-curious himself.
Well, that about wraps up this video. There's tons of episodes from South Park that will forever be ingrained in my brain. They have been around for such a long time, and what sets them apart is their take on real-world problems and how many times they not only poke fun at the stupidity of society or issues, but also how well they can actually tackle those things while still being humorous about it. I have so many more favorite episodes that I could have put on this list, but if I did that, we would be here all day. And maybe in the future I'll make another one like this video. But for now, I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss a single video that gets released. Thanks again for watching.
Butters, what are you doing?